Hey Sherry, how you doing? How's it going? Hey Linda, how's it going? Yeah, it's lunchtime. I'm not getting lunch. I'm having a coffee. I've been here a couple hours. Hey Lisa, how's it going? Oh, fall wind cropping up out of the west. I like this, my favorite time of year. Thanks for all the comments and the videos. Appreciate it. No, yeah, I put up a lot of them, that's for sure. Yeah, it's been getting some of them been getting some pretty good views, you know. You know, if you pay attention to my videos, though, I mean, I've been uploading the same stuff. Hey, James, since day one, I still do. I mean, if you're on YouTube a while, you'll figure out what people want to watch. But I always joke about not becoming the horror of YouTube by views and subscribers. You never heard me one time say, hit the like button, subscribe, none of that bullshit. It's just a hobby, you know? And like, I'll give you an example of those airplane videos. You know, I do those all the time, but I know they're not going to get any views, but that's all right. I do the same thing over and over. I really don't care about like subscribers and views. If people like, you know, it's great that I can like share my interests, and that's the end of it. I mean, really, I can't stand it if I'm watching a video and they talk about hitting the like button or subscribe, and it just totally turns me off. You know, one thing I was thinking about, YouTube is kind of pushing selling merchandise, and I would love to be able to sell some merchandise if people were interested in buying it to, you know, give these women some money. It's Teespring, T-E. So I signed up for the account last night, and man, it is just such goddamn junk, you wouldn't believe it. And your profit on a t-shirt is like 10 bucks. But they're just so cheesy looking. Everything I looked at was just junk. I can't believe as big as YouTube's got, that it looks like something you'd buy at a store that was going out of business and it was old inventory. I'm just not gonna do it. It's just too much. Every single thing was just like super overpriced and junk. I mean, you should be able to get a t-shirt for $5. They want $33 for like the plainest t-shirt in the world. Everything they had, the cups, it just looked like just total trash. I mean, of all the companies they could affiliate with, and here they're selling this damn imported shit. You've heard of seconds in clothing before. This looks like third or fourth. I mean, I'd be embarrassed to sell any of it. And when I turn on a channel and I see Patreon, I get just as turned off. Yeah, the price is ridiculous. You know, you can understand if it was really kick-ass embroidered stuff, but it's just this screen print crap on the cheapest t-shirt made for $33. It's like, are you kidding me? So I'm looking to figure out my own. I mean, it'd be great to have people order that and it's all drop shipped and I had the money to give them, but I can see that's not going to work. It'd be nice just to have like a little memento of like people that viewers are interested in, or man, I just don't see that happening soon. A lot of people here today. It's the last week really before it's back to school. Things really drop off here, but mainly during Labor Day. Yeah, I've looked around at quite a few. You know, it just kills my enthusiasm when I see what a scam the whole thing is. Well, thank you, Lisa. I mean, if you go on YouTube and you look for, uh, like, you can get T-shirts for $5 that aren't bad from China. I mean, you soon find out, you know, to make them affordable, you almost have to order from China. So anybody has any ideas out there, let me know. We've got a local place here, and there's a pretty decent place in Iowa. I mean, I would rather have quality than quantity. Sherry, there used to be a guy I would have make my t-shirts for the detective agency back in the 80s. He was actually a Harvard graduate. As you're heading out of town on Main Street, it was in kind of those warehouses near the depot town as you're leaving town to the north. And I wonder whatever happened to him. The new camera I really like. It's just I gotta hold it level. It's a smaller camera, and the strap on the side sucks. You know, I don't even remember the name of it. It was so long ago. It was on the right-hand side. It was one of those long industrial-looking buildings, you know, that runs along the river. Oh, okay, Lisa. Where did you get that from, Lisa? To me, I think the embroidered shirts look better than that screen print and crap. Yeah, no, I got it pretty down. It's the microphone that's the hard part. I was really surprised with that shotgun mic how much road noise I got when I was up around Highland Park and Herman Kiefer Hospital. Is he still around, Sherry, that guy? Is he still around? Shit, he'd probably be 70 years old now. Ann Arbor's pretty good for that kind of stuff. Yeah, Cafe Press. I'll have to check that out. Oh, no kidding, huh? Yeah, is Veterans Cab still around? Is that Veterans Cab still around? Love these clouds today. Oh, okay. When the Uber and Lyft put them out of business? I'll tell you, that Uber and Lyft, those are two of the worst things that ever came around. Put every legitimate business out of business. Still losing money. Yeah, that's such bullshit. You know, when I left Chicago, a cab medallion, you know, to have a licensed, legitimate cab in Chicago was about 650 grand. Now you can't give them away because of Uber and Lyft. When that guy was out shooting people in Kalamazoo, he was given Uber rides in between shooting people. No, you don't. Evidently, there's a way they rate them and stuff now. I've never used it. It's crazy. Every single person I know of didn't make a damn dime doing that. I mean, not only is the company not making money, neither are the people working for them. I mean, what kind of business model is that? All right, Linda, take care. Appreciate you watching. Yeah, what's that? What do they deliver food to you? Yeah, okay. They had a lot of places like that in Chicago. Sure, how's your husband doing? Hey, Superwoman, how's it going? So you got a new thumbnail up there. Oh my God, I hope not. We get, believe it or not, we've got a, excuse me, good back surgeon up here. His name's Jaganathan, and he travels all over. He's got a hell of a track record. Yeah, it sure seems like it, doesn't it? God. I think she liked doing it. Yep. I think she liked it. I think she put a couple videos up on her channel. This chat's been on the blink lately. Like when I first turned it on, it showed 9 thumbs up and 3 people on. And I was only on a second. That's impossible. Yeah, she likes doing this kind of stuff. Did you get a chance to watch the interviews with the women I interviewed, Sherry? Hey, Mark, I was just thinking about you. How's it going? Oh, that's cool. How about that Lori Barron? Yeah, pretty good. It's up here getting a coffee. Been up here for a couple hours. Yeah, it's something, isn't it? That last trip down there, I was tired as hell. You know, I work out a lot, and I never caught up from the last Detroit trip. Just kept working out, and then I went on that last trip, and I was just like dead tired. I couldn't get caught up. I actually had my heart go out of whack a couple nights ago when I got home. But it's okay now. I'm not working out either for a few days. Getting too old, I guess, to do both. Yeah, I hadn't had that happen. I actually had an ablation done on a Cleveland clinic about 10 years ago. I had it happen one other time, but I should have caught it sooner. Hey Sheila, it affects your sleep. You just get so worn out, down and tired you can't sleep. Quality sleep. Today was the first good day I've had in about probably 2 or 3 weeks. Right, but I'm not going to work out today like I normally would. Yeah, it's a perfect day today. Yeah, I've done it a bunch of times, but I never really. It's a lot of people when they're out of sinus rhythm, they know it. I never did until last night, really. Yeah, I know what it is, so I wasn't too scared. I think it's a combination of just doing too much, dehydration, crappy sleep. Yeah, it's perfect, isn't it, Lisa? Hey, Lori, how are you? How's it going? Yeah, no, you're right, Jerry. All right, Mark, take care. Yeah, you're right. Have you had that happen, Mark, before? Doing pretty good. When I'm down in Detroit, I meet Mark for coffee. I always have a great time. Yeah, that Lori Barron, man, what an interview, huh? I learned something there, and that is she gave me a really hard time at the beginning. I told her I didn't want to interview her, and then she kept following me around. I just didn't want to be rude. And honestly, I'm not all that interested in interviewing guys, but they're down there. I know they need the money. I just have a hard time telling them no. But I've never had a more remarkable interview than I did then. That Lori Barron, my God, listening to her, it's crazy. Wanted a hug at the end of the interview. Kelly was like that from Monroe, wanted a hug at the interview. It doesn't happen very much. Just shows you how lonely these people are. Some people are starting to wear sweaters. That's good. Can you still hear me, Sherry? I think the internet just died on this thing. I'd have to re-sign on again, but I won't do it if I don't have to. I got like unlimited data. Yeah, I mean, I appreciate these people. Yeah, that Lori though, my God. I'm just like stunned while I'm talking to her. Oh, okay, good. And the guys are real charmers. That Jason, Scrapper John. Rebecca, I'm going to be doing a lot with her. I know I'm going to be. She's actually really sharp. She basically runs the area down around there. Yeah, she does. This guy, man, he's still going to find a way to get a coffee. Good for him. That's going to be me before long. About it. Yeah, I get like one a day. Yeah, that's what I say. Good for him is right. He's not staying home no matter what. Yeah, Rebecca's really unique in a lot of ways. I put that little clip up. Actually, I like those little clips where I just catch them, in a moment where they don't know I'm around. Now, I did ask permission to upload that because it is kind of like sneaky. It's funny, Rebecca didn't want me interviewing her until she had 20 minutes to put on her makeup. Here she is out cleaning the windows on the car she lives in. It's just crazy. Yeah, isn't that something? Yeah, the homicide detectives were in the area trying to question her over that, but she hadn't talked to them yet. I mean, it's just hard to believe life is like this. Yeah, Maddie's not doing too hot. And even Gerald, I mean, you guys want honesty, there you go. It's funny the reaction you get when people say something that people don't want to hear. I ought to tell them to move to Ann Arbor, Sherry. They'd all be living in a $200,000 condo. Yeah, it was. Yeah, you're right. This is West Branch, Michigan. Lewis. It's about 180 miles north of Detroit. I give these seagulls, I buy them donuts when they come up to the window. See that one over there? Feel sorry for them. They're not dumb, they know to come up to the window. I'm just like shocked. It's just like, you're taping something and you got to keep on going. I probably wouldn't catch something if the camera quit recording or something. I'd probably be like, wow. I find when I get a story like that with Lori, I just kind of like go blank. It's like I quit hearing it, but I keep taping. It's just such a mind blower. Hey Louis, I'm just at a Tim Hortons getting a coffee. Yeah, it's not like any learned exercise or anything. It's just like, oh my God. Yeah, I go blank. I do go blank. Like, I didn't videotape it. I think I will. I got some what I thought was interesting footage of Mimi and Monica injecting heroin. YouTube took it down, but I saw on that Red Light Redemption that Rebecca told me about that they had a lot of heroin videos on there. So I'm thinking of re-uploading that and just starting a channel on videos that YouTube doesn't allow. But after I had talked to Rebecca, I sat in her car with her while she did crack. I kind of just go with the flow. I don't want to come on too strong. Lori and Rebecca both went full circle in about 20 minutes. They went from not trusting me to like, can't wait till I come down there again. It was interesting. Super interesting. It's just, you'd be surprised how small of an amount of that crack there is. and they have them in the cutest little mini plastic bags. It's like a mini sandwich wrap bag the size of a postage stamp. I gotta be a little careful on that. If they ever came down there and raided that at the same time I was there, I'd be fucked. Be sitting in there with crack around and stuff and get arrested for that shit. That's why a lot of the times, even with audio, I'll keep the camera going. It's the cheapest insurance policy I can have. In Michigan, as long as you only need one party consent, which means that as long as I'm part of the conversation, it's legal for me to record. Other states, you need two-party consent. You can't record anything. Illinois is like that. I mean, when I was doing a lot of surveillance in Illinois, I had to put tape over the microphone because there was no way to turn it off. And you couldn't edit tapes. They'd ask you about that if you testified. But I didn't want to, even, conversation, if you were videotaping someone like at a car race or something, the people sitting next to you, they can nail you for it. Yeah, I watch for that. Yeah, sure do. I mean, it's not risk-free, I understand that, but I think it's very low risk. It's funny, when I was down there interviewing one of the girls near the Campbell building, that's the building where they found Angel dead, there were kids up on the top floor yelling down, "Hey, chosen one." There was an open area, like a porch. I was a little bit surprised that in that building, there are families living there raising kids that have nothing to do with drugs or prostitution. Yeah. I had a off-duty cop come up to me and ask me if I was the guy putting on those videos of Detroit. I'll tell you, that whole time in Detroit, I didn't see any cops. None. Now, all that driving around. Isn't that nuts? I will say that, where I go generally, Delray, although that's kind of dying out, you're going to see me less and less in Delray. There's nothing there. If it wasn't for that Campbell building, there'd be no reason to go down there. I mean, I like the area, but it's just like most of it's been leveled. I think Michigan Avenue is going to be my new place. And people always say, "Are you scared to go down?" I'm really not. I mean, it's down around Michigan Avenue, not at all. But I'll tell you, that area up around Herman Kiefer Hospital, Highland Park, that's a place where that guy got murdered here about a month ago having a car accident. When you're there, it's like, this is really bad. Yeah, it seems like it. Yeah, it's a low-paying job. I think you start out at being a Detroit cop now at like $32,000 or something. It's low. That's up near Herman Kiefer Hospital, like south and southwest of Highland Park. Now there's a dangerous area. Yeah, I don't even see them at coffee shops, to tell you the truth, Lisa. Not really. Hey, Arlo, what's up? How you doing? Yeah, now that's a heavy crime area. Now that's a place that I'm a little worried about. You're not going to see me rolling around there at night, I'll tell you. I think she's probably taking her mother to some doctor's appointments. Yeah, she's okay. She's just got a lot of health problems. Yeah, I think she's doing, I don't know if she's doing better, but she's not worse. Oh, Catherine loves that YouTube. I had a couple people ask me about doing tours of Detroit. You know, I mean, God, I just feel like I feel not good about loading up a bunch of people from upper middle class areas and putting them in a van and driving around and telling them to look at this. It just doesn't seem cool. I think there'd be an interest in it, but almost like Disneyland, only with people. I just don't think I'd like to do that. You know, I was thinking about it let's take for an example, you know, a lot of people have these fantasies of what's going to happen to these people down there. And I was just thinking if I just said, okay, you guys people want to donate money, if you could supply a heroin addict with enough money to not work the streets, would you do it? In other words, if those were the only two choices for them to involve themselves in prostitution, or you could pay their heroin bill a month, would you do that? And in one way, hell no, and in the other way, why wouldn't you? I mean, the risk is working the street with strangers and getting murdered. I mean, if you decided to pay the heroin bill of one of the women down there, instead of them working the streets, wouldn't that improve their life? Yeah, you know, they don't have a problem getting food. No, but let's say I had a fund and there was enough money to pay everybody's heroin bill and they didn't need to work the street and they could have a roof over the head. Would you donate to that? Yeah, I'm not saying it's the right thing to do, I'm just asking you. Oh, Harlow, that's not nice. Nobody grows up wanting to become a prostitute and a heroin addict. Yeah, it's something to think about, Sherry. Yeah, methadone maintenance. I gotta incorporate those questions when I interview them. No, there's no fun. I'll tell you, that gets complicated because in good conscience, you know, I know what goes on down there. And I don't want to solicit funds for exactly what I just talked about, and that is, you know, giving them drug money. I did a GoFundMe once. I didn't find any of the women out there in about 5 months. It was a cold winter, and I refunded all the money. It was a pain in the ass. Plus, when you set up a GoFund account, you give them your Social Security number, and I got to explain away that income that I get, that it isn't for me. It's just a fucking hassle. That's why I'd rather people just give a money order, and any money that anybody would give any of these women, I will videotape giving it to them. And if I don't, will you get your money back? I mean, I don't want to be like caught in like spending money earmarked for other people, that kind of stuff. Yeah, pay rent. You know, if you listen to Marguerite's interview, she talked about the difficulty in getting ID now, which is why they don't get P.O. boxes in apartments. There's no one thing that's going to make everybody happy. Yeah, that's true, sure. I think if you have a bridge card, though, you have to have a physical address. So it's interesting they can come up with one for that, but they can't for a place where someone can send them a money order or something. Yeah, okay, Lisa. Yep, seems like it. Yeah, cannabis. Yeah, probably true. I mean, I never fool around with it, but some pretty good published studies out there with benefits with regard to people with chronic pain. Certainly seems better than opioids. Oh, you can? Okay. I mean, coffee is a drug. I saw a review on a book a guy had written. He's written a lot of books. It's a professor in some college somewhere. It was called Drugging the Poor. I've already got about 2,000 books I haven't read yet, so I didn't order it, but I sure was tempted to. Yeah, Drugging the Poor. I think the first name you'd think would be a female name, but it's actually a male. He's written a lot of books. Oh, okay. Yeah, I believe that. I've read some. I went to a pain seminar one time at University of Michigan. There's a guy down there who's a pain expert, and he's a tenured professor, so they can't can him. You know, U of M, from a medical perspective, is so anti-marijuana, it's ridiculous. But he talked against that. Bye-bye, Chip Chop. Bye-bye. Yeah, I gotta read up on that and look at the success rate and stuff. You know, in a fucked up way, if you're like, let's say, Lori Barron's position, the last thing you want to be down there is not high. I mean, can you imagine being sober, living her lifestyle? Oh, congratulations, just chilling. I mean, why would you, if you were down there and you didn't have any money for a house or anything, can you imagine being sober, living Rebecca's life? Holy shit. Raped 50 times? What the fuck? Well, I think I'm going to sign off here. My battery's about had it. When my phone gets down this low, like 7%, it's not like I can just plug it in and keep talking. Running video, it's game over. I think it might have lost the stream too, because I know everybody doesn't disappear at the same time. So I'm going to be signing off here for now, but you guys have a good day today. And I'll be on later. Appreciate your kind comments for these women.